Good morning, CMSW. Today is a special day in the music world. On this day in 1935, Elvis Presley was born. Today, Elvis Presley is one of the most recognizable musicians of all time. But early on in his career, music critics mocked everything from his voice to his hair and even his facial expressions. They said he can't sing and his whole performance is crude and disgusting. They also predicted in a comparatively short time he'll be forgotten. One critic from the Los Angeles Mirror went so far as to write that he'd like to smack the smear off Elvis's face and send him out for a haircut. Critics may not have appreciated him, but after Elvis appeared on the Ed Sullivan variety show in September 1956, there were 8 million viewers who watched him perform You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog and another song which was completely different than his usual rock and roll, Love Me Tender. And now, for something else completely different. An Elvis joke. How did Elvis like his smoothies? All shook up. Next up, Danica.
Well, Elvis did end up getting his hair cut, courtesy of the U.S. Army. On January 8, 1956, Presley turned 21 years old. Like most American teenagers that age, he was now eligible to be drafted. When Elvis was drafted into the Army in 1957, questions arose. Would the most famous person in the United States be useful, or would he just get in the way? What if he traveled and entertained the troops instead? And the most question of all was from his female fans. Would he have to lose his ducktail haircut? The Navy suggested creating an Elvis Presley company composed of his friends from Memphis, and the Air Force wanted to use him as a recruiting model rather than sending him into combat. The Army offered to have him just play concerts for the troops. But Presley chose to serve as a regular soldier. He said, "People were expecting me to mess up, to goof up one way or another. They thought I couldn't take it and so forth. I was determined to go get any limbs to prove otherwise." And his hair, according to the Army rules, it had to go. "Well, hair today, gone tomorrow," Elvis said as his hair fell to the floor. Another thing that's hair today, Elvis jokes. Did you hear Santa had to fire one of his workers today? Yep, he got rid of the Elvis impersonator. Ears is up next.
Presley led a remarkable career in the music industry, becoming one of the most popular singers in history. He had 18 number one singles in the US and countless other places in the top 100. During his lifetime, he had 9 number one albums, and even after his death in 1977, his popularity continued, earning another number one album in 2002. As Elvis rose to fame, he elevated rock as well, effectively opening the door for another rock artist. Elvis never invented rock and roll, yet he's known as the king of rock and roll for a reason. He helped mix together the sounds that characterized rock. The king's life's work was in music, but his legacy reflects another passion: food. Elvis loved the rich southern food he grew up on, and even though he was a millionaire, many times over, he loved simple but rich things like his signature peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwich, deep fried. That adds up to more than 800 calories and over 50 grams of fat. You can find lower calorie versions of his favorites online. But if you are traveling down south in Elvis County, you can try the real thing. One good thing about our Elvis jokes, they have 0 calories. What does Elvis wear on his feet when he can't find his blue suede shoes? His jailhouse Crocs. That's our show for today, Westies. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.